RJ, you guys have really brought the energy from the opening, tip of this game tonight. You just kind of talk about why it was important to do that, and really kind of showed North Florida pretty quick that y'all ready to go.
Yeah, I think me and Asa just felt good for the game. I want to give praise to Jesus. We always try to get a little word in before we play, and I think the word really resonated with us. Shout out to Nolan. He's our team chaplain. He gave us a little word. So I think me and Asa just came out with the energy from the Lord, and it obviously translated to the game tonight.
RJ, new career high for you in points and rebounds. What did you feel like was working tonight?
Just obviously, like I said, just playing hard, playing with energy. I think rubbed off on my teammates, especially this guy right here. He had an amazing night. Just come out here. I know this. I only got 2 years left, so I'm just trying to take every game, not for granted, taking out for granted, and I'm just come out here and have fun.
Silas, this was a very tough team to defend tonight. And you kind of just talk about their skill set, why that was, and just how you think you guys were able to were prepared for it, number one, but how y'all ultimately did.
I would just say we kind of respected them. I think the previous games, they won some big games. And, they were coming in with a lot of confidence. Over the past few years, they've been leading the country in three-point attempts. So we were obviously talking about being disciplined in the gaps, but still being able to get out in the three-point line, knowing that in the scouting report, different guys wanted to drive, keep their head down. I want to kick it out, but I obviously respected them. But I think we honed in on what we wanted to do and stayed with our game plan and did a good job by it.
And get you to address the energy aspect of it too to start the game, because like RJ was saying, you guys were diving, or y'all were hitting the board, doing everything needed to win. Is that something that, like RJ said, y'all got to talk about before going out?
Yeah, I would say the past two games we kind of had slow starts at first. So kind of just thinking like, how can we start off fast and keep the momentum? Like RJ said, we just want to play as hard as we can for as long as we're in. And the next guys come in and do the same thing. Coach preaches just taking it one play at a time. And, just enjoying it out there and, just being where your feet are, just being in the moment.
Silas, tonight the team had 48 points in the paint. Just how big are having guys like RJ, guys like Asa that can go down there and get those hard-earned points?
It's very important because you got guys like RJ 6'8", Asa's 6'9", 6'10", and then you bring Santo off the bench. They all play different ways, but they all chase it, and I feel like that helps us a lot because we get a lot of second chance opportunities. And I feel like we wanted to, use our size tonight. They were a smaller team, so we obviously wanted to get inside the paint. They plug for us, we hit them. So I think us being able to finish in the paint and those guys get those second chance opportunities is big for us.
It seemed like in that second half there was a point where they started hitting threes. I think they cut it to 9, but you guys answered it. What did you see during that stretch where you guys were able to hold on to that lead and not let them make it a game again?
I would just say we kind of got lax. I feel like we weren't responding as well to giving up some buckets. We were dwelling on some turnovers we had, but I feel like as we went into that media and talked about being lax instead of just really locking in and playing throughout the whole game, I feel like it changed a lot, and that's why we went on a run again and opened up the lead back up.
RJ, I hate to get you to make comparisons and stuff like that, but 3 games in, team you were on last year went a long way. What do you see from this group right now as compared to what you saw last year?
I think we respond well, like he just said. Coach White Priest just responding even through the highs and lows. We came in today and yesterday after one day prep with the great mental focus, and we had a ton of respect for them. I think the guys came in and really paid attention to the scout and the film, and it definitely rubbed off tonight on the court. But I think that we just pay attention, and we're very mentally and physically locked into what we have to do.
Silas, looking ahead, just what do you remember about last year's rivalry game against Georgia Tech? And RJ, what are you looking forward to in your first game in the series?
I would say what I remember is just them being a well-coached team. Like to play in transition a lot. They have a good point guard, Nathan George. He's pretty good. He's a downhill guard. I think they have a shooter, Koasi. He's pretty agile, 3 and D. Lost a couple guys, but I think they're pretty good in the portal, and I think it'll be a good matchup for us, a good test, in-state rival. So looking forward to it.
Yeah, absolutely what you said. I'm pretty familiar with Georgia Tech. I played them the last 2 years. Got a really good staff, really athletic team, especially with their bigs in the front court with Ngango, and they got a couple of new transfer guards. But I'm just excited to play there again. I love playing at it's called McIntosh. I love playing there, and I just can't wait to get down there on Friday.
RJ's kind of game take a different meaning for you now, though. Now that you got the Georgia on your chest?
Yeah, it does. Especially seeing my dad up in the stands.
Yeah.
I'm kind of doing it just more than I was already doing it.
Sure.
For more than myself, but just the lineage and how many people invested in him and my family around here. It gives me just more drive every time I step on the court.
Silas, what is the key for this being the first road game of the season? Just the things that are a little bit different playing on the road and what you guys got to be ready for?
I don't think anything will be too different because I think our exhibition against Charlotte kind of, I would say, prepared us looking ahead, just being our only like really true away game in the non-conference schedule. But I think coaching them, doing that early just was to help us respond and bring our own energy because away games, there's not many of our fans there. So I think us being able to go through that exhibition and the bench bring us energy and the coaches and everything like that kind of prepared us for this moment Friday.
Got time for about 2 more questions.
Speaking of Tech, you guys, or Tech, moreover, put up 105 points, or North Florida put up 105 on Tech just a couple of games back. You guys held North Florida to 77. What do you attribute that to defensively? What did you guys do well on the defensive
I
front?
think we just followed the game plan tonight. I mean, obviously, they're a really, really skilled offensive team, offensive-minded team, and I think Coach White and Coach Pat put together a great defensive plan, and we just followed it pretty well throughout the whole game. They still got off 75. They still put up 75 points, which is pretty good. So I think we just have a great staff, and we listen to them.